Hello and welcome back. Well, I haven't lost my voice, but that was quite spectacular, wasn't it? What a wonderful game of cricket, and for the neutrals out there, I don't think you'll see a better game than that. It really was fantastic. It had a little bit of everything, and we're ready to do it all again. There's Sussex needing a win here against the Essex Eagles, and that will really make this group really interesting. And I think in this group, if Sussex do get the win, then I think all the mathematicians are going to have to be ready, because we're going to have to work out some net run rates, because there's very little deciding these teams. So just to recap, the Eagles have got a win to their name, and at the moment, because of their net run rate, are above Kent. So as it stands at the moment, they are in top spot. Kent are second, and third are last year's champions Sussex. But Sussex are looking to put that right here today. If they get a win, and a good win against the Eagles, everything could change. They could jump from third spot to top spot. Well, we've seen plenty of exciting things in the day already on this beautiful Saturday here in Malta, Saturday the 28th. Well, I tell you what, the Kangaroos on National Hot Tub Day can actually go and sit in a hot tub now if they would like to. And they're saying, yeah, we don't mind Rico, but bring us the bobbly as well at the same time. And they certainly have deserved it as well. So the news from the coin toss is that Sussex did win the toss and have put the Essex Eagles into bat. So they fancy having a chase. That's the way it is. We've got, you can probably hear, that's Julie that's here now. So Julie is in as the book scorer, and we have Adrian as well. So we are ready to go. And we'll give you the details of the batters and so. But hey, I want to say a big thank you to everybody that was involved also in the chat in that match. I know we had loads of people getting excited and watching the match. It was lovely to have you with us. And well, I'm just glad that you too were able to share a wonderful game of cricket. So the umpires for this match is Mike. Mike, of course, who's usually in the hub. He does a bit of scoring, a little bit of everything. That's Mike. He done some tournament refereeing yesterday as well, but he's one of the umpires there with Peter. And we're ready to go. Here's the first ball. And, gently played back defensively there by Clark. So David Clark, the opener. I'll give you the other opener in a moment. Another dot. Yeah, Clark is out there with Sanjeev Sood. Now Sanjeev, he's got a fantastic record in this tournament, as we see the first runs, and it will be a leg bye, so nothing off the bat yet. Yeah, he's got a great record in this tournament, Sanjeev. One of the highest run scorers. And didn't quite go to plan the other day for him. He got out pretty early. He did look very rusty, it has to be said. But Sanjeev, second highest run scorer in the festival. And before the start of this tournament, 488 to his name. And works that away. Sanjeev, the left-hander, he's obviously feeling a little bit chilly. He's got his white cricket jumper on. And see if you can get clicking here today. And, the white jumper, the white pads. You almost feel like you're playing a 50 overs match in the UK, don't you? Yeah, welcome back to everybody who are probably all settled down now after all the excitement. Sanjeev once again. No runs. I think he's going to be pretty determined to get a good knock in this time. And it's going to be important that he does as well. I think not just for himself, but also for his team. That's the end of that first over, and just the 1 run from it. So good start. Good start there from Sussex. So Kevin Horsbrook gets a good tidy over into start. And, looks like Cox is going to bowl the second over. Brian Cox. Asking the question, the umpire is saying no, that was going way down the leg side. Not out. I think that might have been maybe a bit of bat on this one. Let's see what the umpire says. Or was it leg by? Looks like legs by. Yeah, so just straying onto that leg stump at the moment is Cox. That's the second one that's wrapped him on the pad. Another single. Just looking at Brian Cox action as he's running in. It's almost like one of those. He's about to do the high jump. You can see his arms about. He's skipping and got a little routine, hasn't he? A little routine as he kind of dances and leaps into his stride. I've noticed that Rahul has got his standard lunchtime position off, one hand on the mouse, the other hand holding a plate of sandwiches. On the pad and gone. Umpire puts the finger up, and that is going to be the end of Sanjeev. And Sanjeev will go without scoring. Now, I don't know. There's been a lot of hype about whether we have a duck or not. Well, we'll find out now because we'll have to see. It tries to play a straight ball on the leg side. Gets wrapped on the pad. The umpire puts the finger up, Peter. That means there's going to be a... We do have something, but, well, I think it's work in progress. Well, it's a Rico duck. It's not a Derek. It's a Rico duck. So, work in progress. I don't know if I look like a duck or a turkey there, but there is something on the screen. Well, there is a duck. Yeah, I think we need to get the white off that, and we need to maybe put it on the right-hand side. But, hey, there is a duck. Well, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some comments about that. And Yanka, I knew Yanka was up to no good when he was taking pictures of me the other day. So there we have it, folks. There is a duck. You get not just the sounds of Rico Fool, but you get Rico the duck, walking the batter off as well. So Sanjeev goes without scoring. It's a 6-ball duck from Sanjeev. So he's not able to get going this time round, is he? That is going to be the over. So Cox, a nice start from him as well. And you can see just both bowlers just going for the 1 run. But Brian Cox has picked up the wicket as well. 2 for 1. Remember the importance of this match. It's hugely important. Of course, the one thing that the Eagles won't want So I've just been obviously 2 maidens officially because there's actually no runs off the bat at the moment, as Julie just informs me. There are no runs off the bat. Everything that we've heard so far is just off the pad. And there's the pad again. I suppose that's got to be the memo, the telegram to the Eagles. You've got to use the bat. Don't use your legs. Use the bat. That's what it's there for. Clark now gets joined by, I think that's Sexton out there. That's another one that's wrapping the pads. Mark Sexton, batter number 3. Yeah, Sanjeev was another one that's into the body, so not able to get bat on board at the moment. Looked a sorry sight, didn't he? But I think, I mean, it's always difficult to tell where we are, but he did go right across. It did wrap him kind of low on the pads. Gets played away. Now, I'm kind of multitasking while I'm speaking to you all, because I've got to also myself get the other chat now going for match number 8. There's not a lot of time in after one match finishes with everything else, team sheets, etc. So I'm in the process of doing that now. So if you have been on the chat and I haven't acknowledged you yet, the reason is because I'm still making my way there. And I'm getting there, step by step. So welcome. Andy Pye is in there. Hello, Andy. I can notice that you've got a message in there. Well, up in the air, and just couldn't hold on to it. Roger Smith running in from square leg. It doesn't go into his hands and he ends up kicking it back on a half volley to the keeper. And it was an opportunity, perhaps a few years ago, is what Roger Smith will say. It is the end of the over, though. And 3 for 1. Well bowled again there from Kevin. So, yeah, welcome. I see Andy's in there. And Andy Pye saying this should have been my 4th Malta trip. And I should have been managing the Kent team, doing a little bit of umpiring, but unfortunately got ill. Yeah, Andy, I do remember hearing that. I hope you are starting to feel better. Trying to come down the track and play the Hollywood shot. And Andy Pye saying that he thinks it's difficult for Kent to finish second in NRR. If Sussex win, they will almost certainly leapfrog Kent in the second, while Essex will stay ahead of us. So we need Essex to beat Sussex. Okay. And that's what Andy Pye is thinking. Andy, thank you for joining us. Nice to have you with us. And yeah, I hope you are feeling better. I know that Ankit has put some pasties in front of me. I'll try and munch those maybe in the interval. And maybe there's a banana on the way as well. A good job by all of the crew here, looking after each other, and everyone who's not on duty is making sure everyone's being well fed. I think Rahul just needs 2 people to look after him. He's had the plate of sandwiches. That one's probably going to be a wide. It is. He's had the plate of sandwiches, which have been demolished. He's now demolishing a plate of I don't know how he does it. How do you do everything you're doing? He's got, I mean, if you've got one hand on the mouse, one hand is holding the plate, what are you actually eating with? You just like gobble it up? You just like no thought, nothing needed, just put your face straight into the bowl. Rahul. Rahul will always be remembered for the vegan prawn crisps. Rahul says all about timing when I was asking how he does it. I think the only timing I see is perfect timing of shoveling that food in your mouth. I think you timed that to perfection. Ankit also having a bit of lunch today. Ankit, who doesn't normally eat dinner, and make sure he gets plenty of lunch inside him. So pasta all around at the moment. Julie, did you have some lunch earlier when you got here? No. Ah. Adrian saying Adrian said he didn't have lunch. He's too much eating in the evening. Where did you go and eat in the evening? Then where did you go in the end? Ah, Pepe's Frescoes. Oh yeah, I've heard about that one. I think Shirley was talking about that one yesterday. Slightly quicker delivery, bit of an inside edge on this, but well fielded. Gets down quickly and makes the stop. Pleasant conditions at the moment. We've got a gentle breeze blowing from kind of the behind the bowler. Nothing too strong. It's that one, another one that crunches into the pad of Mark Sexton. See if he can get something going here with David Clark. Now Sexton is still not off the mark. And I think everybody's hoping he does get off the mark. Nobody wants to see that duck again. And he will get off the mark. I believe he gets a little bit of bat on this. No signal there from Mike, the umpire. Once again, you can hear the chimes of some of the churches in the background. I'm sure you can pick those up on your speakers. That's nicely played. Gets that in the gap. 2 is the shout. And wow, there's some long legs chasing that. That was quick work across the outfield. Don't know who that was, but very quick. And that's, well, quick running to chase the ball and quick running in between the wickets as well from the 2 batters. That'll be 3 runs there to Sexton. Or 3 to Clark, rather. Sexton goes back on strike. That's a good shot. That should be 4, you know. He's hit that really well. Got right on top of it. Cuts it beautifully. Ball totally wide, Siggy. Wide and short. Cutting the opportunity. Both a shot money. Cut shot for 4. That's nicely done. And जिद्दां ना राहुल नू स्वाद आ गया ना अपना पास्ता खान दा मैनू ये शॉट देख के भी स्वाद आ गया. It was a really nice shot. It was as tasty as the pasta that Rahul is having. And thank you very much to Garrett, who brings me a nice cup of cha. Good shot, first boundary. And this time just solidly defended back to Alan Wyatt, who, remember, not behind the stumps this year because of a finger injury. End of the over. 14 on the board. Hit firmly, but well stopped. That's nicely played, nicely timed. Gets past the bowler, but not past the fielder. Cox continues with his elegant kind of dancing action. Well, that's a very slow delivery, but try something different, Cox, here, but it goes way down the leg side. Can see that Chris Archerman still wearing that orange bucket as Garrett brings some more pastisses. Well, this one's been pastisied out of here all along the deck. That's going to be 4 runs. And, well, maybe those pastisses have got a little bit of spice to them. Well, that shot certainly did. It's a lovely shot. And nicely played this time by Clark. Well, I'm just adding them to my plate. I will eat them, I promise. I'll eat them a bit later. You can hear the crunch of the crisp of these when you bite into them. It's got a nice crisp. That's just going to be a single. Good running was the shot. So starting, you can see that the Eagles, we're starting to hear them now. They were a little bit quiet to begin with. Understandable with the way things started. 1 without loss, 2 for 1, 3 for 1, 5 for 1, the first 4 overs. That's nicely played. Well, he doesn't want to run for it, and he may not have to because that is also going to go for 4. Beautifully played. A lovely shot all along the deck. Here it is again. Just take a look at this from Sexton. Delightful, really was. Top draw. And they don't really come any better than that, do they? And the umpire, yeah, nice little dandy footwork there also from umpire Peter to get out of the way. That's why umpires also need to be alert all the time. This one, a little bit of width. Somebody appeals. Fine leg is the only man who appeals. How's that? And his own teammates, including Kevin Thumb, the keeper, is having a look at him saying, "What are you on? What's the matter? Are you all right?" Maybe he pulled a muscle, I don't know. But it was a scream. Close to the edge, and then a massive, but just have a look, you can see the keeper there, Kevin, just turning around saying, "What are you on? What's the matter with you?" Over, and a good one as well, productive. 10 runs off that one, so over score's gone 1, 1, 1, 2, 9, and 10. So finally the Eagles, well, maybe it took them a while to spread their wings. The wings have now been spread, and they're starting to just fly a little. Starting to go upwards, but they need to go upwards and onwards here. One thing they need to avoid is probably going to be a wide ball, and called and signalled beautifully there by umpire Mike. Yeah, one thing they really want to avoid is going down and losing by a big margin, because that certainly would give their opponents the opportunity to take top spot. Now there's some noise there he's giving him. Well, it wasn't a good delivery. If you like this, that's the ball that should be put away. It's kind of a gundy ball that gets you a wicket. It does happen sometimes. I don't think the bowler will say it's the best ball he bowled. Here it is again. It's down the leg side, and it just gets a little bit of the bat. Yeah, top of the bat on that. Batter knows it as well, so well done to the batter. Says, yep, I got a little bit of something on that. I'm going to go. Fair plays, sportsmanship, that's what it's also about. And that's disappointing, really. It's not a wicket-taking delivery. So, disappointment indeed. As Dave Clark Goes for 11. 11 of 21. Caught behind. Nice catch there taken by Kevin. And, well, Kevin does the bowling. Kevin does the catching. We've seen the All Murphy show, and we've seen a little bit of the All Kevin show. Kevin Alsbrook the bowler, and Kevin Tharm is the keeper that holds on to the catch. So the second wicket goes down. Defensively played. So got to start again here. After losing that wicket early, they had to regroup and get going, and they did that pretty well. And now they must do it again. They have got Sexton out there who's played some nice shots. He's been joined now by the new batter, who's Hoadley. Wait. No runs there. And this is Simon Hoadley. Few people saying it must be very snug in there. Can always hear other voices and other people chatting and chirping away. Yeah, it is. It's a proper working hub. As I said, we have the scorers in here, Julie and Adrian. Got Rahul there, got Kenneth here. Sam's away today. Sometimes we have the umpires in, and Kit's been in here. Garrett's been in here. Garrett comes in to deliver us drinks and food and doing a grand job. Mike, this time he's out there in the middle. That's played away nicely. Now it's a long chase. Now I've got to say, Martin Sims is quick. He really is, and he's got good feet as well as he flicks that back. Hasn't got much of a arm though. He's a big man but no arm, so he always lobs it back to the smaller fielder next to him, who didn't. I don't think he knew it was coming to him, and he misses the little layback to him, and the batters make the most of it and keep on running. So a few extra runs go on the board there. They're over. It's also called by the umpire. 27 for 2. Good little spell there from the big man, Kevin Alsbrook. So far, these 4 overs have been very fruitful. And Brian Cox, his 3 overs went for 12, picked up a wicket as well. So looks like we are, this is the big man. We called him Chillman the other day. Chris, I think it's stuck. He does take his bucket off. So just checks his field. He's got to Sexton, they've got a player right on that boundary straight. Pretty straight as well, because he does like to play a lovely drive. They've also got extra cover. Sweeping, and square leg is back as well as somebody behind square on the boundary. The loop you want to start off with. Chris had a good day yesterday. He was one of the performers for Sussex. He scored 42 of 18, hit the ball really well, and he bowled pretty tidily too. Tossed up, gives himself a little bit of room. Also you have to adjust for the bounce, don't you? Because it does. There's the thing here that Ace Chillman will get plenty of bounce because he's giving the ball plenty of air. So if you're letting it bounce, well, be prepared. If it's going to be if it's shortish and going down leg side, you can get right underneath it and behind it, going right on the back foot and look to pull it away. But on the offside, it's tricky. So that's what I'm talking about. The wicketkeeper thinks there's something there, and he says, "Hang on, guys, why am I the only one appealing? Did nobody else hear that?" Says Kevin Thorne. Well, remember, he was giving the man on the 45 a hard time a bit earlier, which I think was Martin Sims when Sims was appealing and nobody else did. But now it's Kevin Thorne who's appealing for no reason, they say. Lofted, played along the ground, and the fielder who has been placed specifically for that shot right the way back on the boundary does the fielding. Looks like it might, I'm not sure, it could be the captain Brazil who's out there. See, the rusty swing is making the sounds again. I forgot to bring the WD-40 today. As Wait is the shout. Good early call of Wait there from Hoadley. End of the over. Nice tidy start then from the bowler Tillman. .29. Gone. Right through the defences. Good delivery. And he strikes again. Alsbrook. Nice and full. Kevin Alsbrook. And you can see the batter thought he had it covered. Here it is again. You get a good look at this. It goes forward, but he leaves. He's pretty late on it. Thought he had it covered. Thought he had the line covered. Ball goes through. Perfect delivery. Going through, hitting the top of the stump. Third wicket going down at 29 for 3. And Hoadley is going to go. And that's the end of Simon. Hoadley goes for 3. Second wicket then for Kevin. And got a good player coming out there now. It's going to be Fisk. Paul Fisk, he had a good another one who had a very good game. Last time that he played. Good all-rounder. Let's see what he can do. So Fisk, yeah, just remember 43 not out of 47. And it was a handful with the ball as well when, of course, Eagles beat Kent. And they've got other players still to come. I mean, Fisk was good. Roper, Chris Roper came in, made 31 on 28. And we never got a chance to see the likes of Johnny Grimmer as well, who's got a good record with the bat in this festival. So they've got batting. Have the Eagles. Paul Fisk has a good look around. No chain in the field at all to him. And he starts with a solid defensive shot. Another. This time on the back foot, so good change of line here from also Brook after pushing a few through. This time just that little bit short of a length, kind of what we like to call the heavy length ball. Now that was a quicker one, and it was kind of well left. I don't know if it was well left or wasn't really seen or picked. It goes through quite quickly. And well taken also there by Kevin Thorne. And keeping it in those good tidy areas. What a good over this is so far, and we're, well, a ball away from what could be a wicket maiden. Now, also Brooke would say, well, maybe it might be a double wicket maiden. And it just guides that away for a single, so it won't be a wicket maiden, but it is a very good over. 30 for 3. Applause from his teammates. So continuing in a good way. What a great... So just the 14 runs, 3 wickets off his 5. So he's got one more, of course, to bowl, Kevin, and I think they might as well, and probably will be thinking about just bowling him out here. Looks like I can see Alex at the ground. Is that Alex there? Hello, Alex. How are you? I know that I was saying hello to you earlier when you were watching from... What are you watching from home? You want to say hello to everybody? You want to say hello? I'll tell you what. Why don't I give you that? I'm going to turn it... Now, you can't say any naughty words, okay? Because I'll tell you off and your mum will as well. So, no naughty words. You have that. So, tell everyone who you are.
My name is Alex Viteri.
Yeah, now, you, I'm told, are a young, promising, shining star when it comes to cricket. You love your cricket, don't you?
Yeah.
So, what are you? Batter? A bowler?
Both.
Both. All right. So, if you had to pick, whether you want to have a bat or a bowl, what would you do first?
Bowling.
Always bowling first? So, what are you? A spinner? Fast bowler?
Medium.
Medium. Oh, you're honest. Medium. All right. Have you played any matches?
No.
Not yet. Okay. So you're practicing in the nets.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you ever practice? How old
Yeah.
are you?
8.
8. No, you're pretty tall for 8. Okay. Do you have a knockabout with your dad? Does Frank throw you a few balls and do you bowl to him? Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you get him out lows, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He can't play the forward defensive shot, you know. I know he brags on about the 200s he scored, but I reckon if you bowl to him, there's no way he's getting 200. So you got holidays coming up now, right?
Uh-huh.
So what's your plans for your holidays? What you hoping to do?
Come here every day.
Come here every day. Ah. Were you here towards the end of that last match? Did you see that last match? The 200 scored by the Kangaroos to win? Were you here? Or you just came after that?
No, I just came like 5 minutes ago.
Ah, 5 minutes ago. What do you reckon in this match? Who you think? What's your prediction between Sussex and the Eagles? Eagles are batting right now. They're a bit of trouble, 31 for 3. What do you think? Which way you think it's going to go?
I think for Sussex.
Ah,
I think they'll win.
you're going for Sussex. That'd be interesting. That means that every team in this group would have won one and lost one. So net run rate will decide. Now I hear you're pretty good with the old stats.
Uh-huh.
Is that right? Yeah. You like maths.
Mhm.
You like doing the old maths. Okay. Well, maybe that's Raul. Maybe you could. Raul always needs help. So maybe you should spend a little bit of time and see what Raul does there. Maybe Raul can show you a few tricks as well. Now, did you read my message about when I said about you looking forward to Easter and don't eat too many eggs?
No.
No? I said,
I didn't.
do you get loads of chocolate eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. What's your favourite? What's your favourite chocolate?
Dark.
What? Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate. Is that because it's good for you? Is that because your mum says you can have chocolate, but you can have dark chocolate because it's good for you? Yeah? Okay, fair enough. So, all right, dark chocolate eggs. Excited about your Easter break? How long do you get? 1 week or 2 weeks?
2.
2 weeks off?
Yeah.
My. So what are you going to do? Apart from coming to cricket, what else do you like to do in your holidays?
Play golf.
You play golf?
Yeah.
Never. You could teach me golf. I'm pathetic at golf. I get wound up when I play golf. I swing and miss, and I think, what am I doing out here? And I give up. So you play golf. All right. Okay. Well, maybe you can teach me my swing, and so I actually hit the ball rather than leave holes all over the ground. It's nice talking to you. It's lovely to have you here, and yeah, we'll do it again pretty soon.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of the match, and maybe a bit later on, we can. I might throw you a few balls and see how your batting is. Are we
Okay.
on for that?
Yeah.
All right, done. We'll do that at some point. Lovely chatting to you.
Bye.
Bye bye. Well, how about that? Isn't that lovely? Alex, who's here at the ground, Alex Bideri, who is, of course, the festival's founder and director's son, and yeah, lovely. It was great to see him or hear from him in the chat earlier. Now we see him here. So how about that? A cricketer, all rounder, and a golfer. Ooh, well, Frank Allsbrook, 33 for 3. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? That's what I like about being here. You can get all kinds of people on the comm, sometimes to get the fielders in as well. That's a great shot, and that's going to be one bounce. Well, Alex, who was in here earlier ago, he's after that like a whippet. Look at him go. He's like the ball boy as well. And what an arm. Well, Alex, you are a good player. That's an arm and a half. And, well, something's happened out there in the middle as well. I think we need a medic. Medic! Medic! It's an issue. I don't know who's. I think that's Kevin Allsbrook that went over as he bowled. I wonder if you see it on the replay. So Allsbrook bowls, and just what happens there? Oh, right on the edge. Right on the edge of the pitch. So you saw that. Oh, nobody likes to see that. The good thing is he's up, and I think that he's saying, yeah, I'm fine. Put a little bit of the magic spray on it. No, he says, I'm fine. I'm good. Well, he looks all right as he walks back, but you saw he just put his foot. I mean, this artificial is not really. I mean, some are nasty. Some are really the level between the artificial and the grass is very. There's a big difference, and you can turn your ankle on it pretty nastily. But this one is not too bad, but not nice. I tell you what, it's nice. It's a nice looking shot. Sexton is going well and go on the ball, but it won't go all the way. They're just going to take a couple. It's one of those innings at the moment when Sexton is keeping things going, but no other batter really has made any impact as yet, and the overs are ticking away pretty quickly. And let's see if Alex's prediction of Sussex winning does flourish. I suppose a lot of that will have to do with how Sexton goes. Another single to him. He moves now to 18. That's the end of the over. The score also, after 10 overs, moves to 34. So you can see that at the moment, they're just ticking along. And yeah, good spell of bowling there from Kevin. And let's see what these figures are there. I think with that single coming off it, I think 20 runs. And 2 for 20, really good bowling. And remember, I think he's going to play a part, if he gets an opportunity, with the bat as well. So yeah, they've got to try and pick this up a bit at the moment. They're kind of on about 110, 120. So surely they've got to pick up the rate. The thing is, they have lost the 3 wickets as well. Looks like the scoreboard is updated. It was a little bit behind. So it's 41 for 3 off the 11 overs. That's sliced away. Probably not going to go to the boundary. That's well run. Sexton gets there. He's pretty quick, and he gets the support also from Paul Fisk Fisk hasn't really faced many deliveries as yet, but he is dangerous. We know that. Back on the non-strikers then. Tossed up, and that one gets through. I think it's the sort of bowler you'd like to come out to him and try and hit him straight down the ground, but you also know that if you miss, the keeper's just there. So you've got to get that fear out of your head, I think, and back yourself. I think playing him off the back foot is not the way to go, unless he's very short. That one's kind of been paddled towards the leg side. That'll just be a single. And welcome again to our viewers. And we have got viewers from all over the world, which is great. Hello to John Gray, who says, hi, John, how are you, buddy? Nice to have you here. And John Gray and John Heasham having a little chat. And John Gray saying, I would be eligible from next year. You're in, buddy, you're in. I'll pass your CV around, don't you worry about that. Yeah, as John Heasham saying, allow one 50-year-old and two 59-year-olds to be on the field of play, so everybody else over 60. And I have to say, John, I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing in the standard and the level. Goes for the big hoik. The shot was on. No fielder back of that part. Nobody on the square leg boundary, mid-wicket and behind square in place. So it's a big gap between them. So you basically got two in the boundary and one short square leg. But if you get it over him, especially that fast part of the boundary, that will definitely race away. And this time, he has a little dab at this. He's a thinking bowler, isn't he? Here's Gilman. Because he's always thinking, all right, you can see what he's thinking, right, put a couple there. Now put this on there. Now I'll keep him outside the off. Keeps you guessing. And maybe, there we go. That's now, well, that's the shot he was going for last time. That will go all the way. That's a lovely pickup. Well, he missed out on one earlier. But this one, I feel, goes all the way. No signal from the umpire. Come on, don't be shy. Put him up in the air like you just don't care. Because that's 6 runs. Lovely jubbly. Boom. Out of the middle. 6 runs. Beautifully done. That's a good shot. Well, he might have missed out on one, but not this one. There it is again. That's a beautiful slog sweep for 6. And, gets that one away nice out the middle. End of the over. It also brings the 50 up. So 50, 1 for 3, 10 off that over. Over by over, scored 1, 2. No, that's not, no, it went 1, 1, 1, 2, 9, 10, 3, 2, 1. And then that one from Chris went for 7. And then 10. Looks like we are going to see a change. John Smith or Paddy will start the 13th, and that's played nicely. Don't have to run those. It goes quickly along there. Well, maybe this is the time where they change up again. I did say that about the Kangaroos. Remember, I said they're stuck in second gear. They need to get out of second. Well, I tell you what, they went from second to 5th. And won that match against Warwickshire and have booked their place in the championship pool from the Mark Lawson group. But who's going to do that in this group? That's the question. Of course, different groups. Mark Lawson was a former seniors cricketer and valued member of the veterans community. So he has a group that's named after him. Almost... I wonder if here, the corner of his eye, the fielder, that's Ian Rippengill, probably saw the batter out of position. And if he was able to pick it up cleanly, certainly would have had an opportunity for a run-out chance, but it's not to be. Yeah, then we've got the Ronnie Sacco group, because Ronnie Sacco, the name resembles competitive spirit and urges players to maintain a high standard that Ronnie did set. So we basically got Sussex, the Essex Eagles, and the team that got a good win yesterday, Kent. That good win from Kent. So basically what you got here so far, the Eagles have had a win. They got their win. And it was a very good win against Kent. Then Kent, they chased 161 yesterday to beat Sussex. So Sussex at the moment are sitting in that playing in the Spirit Trophy. But if they can get a big win here, because net run rate is everything. If they get a big win here, they can go from third to first. All teams will be in 2 points. So you heard me talking a lot about net run rate in those early exchanges between the teams, and now you kind of understand why. And then, of course, the Group C, and we'll see Group C matches tomorrow. Wally Glynn Group, and of course the Wally and Glynn, two brothers that have done so much for cricket here in Malta. So defensively pushed and made lots of contributions after learning the game from the British servicemen near the Marsa in their childhood. They continued playing well into their 60s. That's the end of the over. It's 59 of 13. Yeah, they played well into the 60s, and the Glynns devoted hours volunteering at the Marsa, and they did things like repairing the pavilion, caring for the ground, they umpired matches, and they hosted and entertained many touring teams, and that's why we have a Wally Glen group as well. And of course, the Surrey seniors, Surrey, well, they've lost both their matches. Norfolk and Suffolk and Canada Masters are the two teams that will be doing battle to see who goes where in that group. Of course, that will be tomorrow. So plenty of action still to come from the first round of matches. Ooh, just keeping that foot planted, and it's just as well that he did. John Grain saying it would be an absolute privilege to take part, but yeah, he's saying obviously work, family commitments, etc., etc., might make it impossible. Well, you know what? If you can't play, it'd be great if you can, maybe do what the likes of John Heasham has managed to do and get out here. It'd be great if you could. You'll absolutely love it. Have you ever been to Malta before, John? Been to Malta? Have the Greys ventured out here? What's the par score? John Gray's been asking. Well, let me say, I'll give you this. The par score, it's varied a lot. I would say 165-ish. I'll give you some scores in a minute, John. It's going to get lucky with that. And that's a very good call. Very good call. So Kevin Alsabrook does the fielding. The scores we've had so far, I'll go by starting with match 1, 204 to 108, 176 to 116, 160 to 161, 202 to 137, 161 to 162, and then of course we had the 145 chased yesterday by the Masters, and then today of course we had the 200 chase, which was an absolute thriller. And yeah, we've had some good cricket, and I think the cricket, as the players get used to the pitch, particularly I think the batters, I think some of the batters are maybe struggling, not struggling, but just finding it, the adjustment they have to make to playing on this artificial pitch to some turf pitches a little bit different because of the bounce, particularly to the slower bowlers. But they'll get used to that, and I think we'll start to see bigger scores. And I know that John Heasham was telling you there that batters also have to retire when they get to having faced 50 legal balls. So I know that normally wides don't count, but no balls normally do count, don't they, for a batter? But in this festival, that's not the case. A no ball will not count as a ball faced, whether you scored runs of it or not. So that's a good thing. Other things that are different, any ball that's banged in short and it goes over the head is called a no ball, so it's no such thing as a one for the over. And yeah, power play, no power play. It's 30 overs per side, and you can have 4 players outside the 30-yard circle from the first ball if you want. And the penalty for slow over rate, as we saw in that last match, is that once the time passes, whatever number of overs are left, in the case of the Australian Kangaroos, it means that it was 2 overs that were left, that for those 2 overs they could only have 3 outside the circle, not 4, so something that you see a lot in women's cricket. But also it means that you then face 2 overs less. But in the case of the Kangaroos, it didn't make any difference. They still won and chased 200 with 8 balls to go. I think that's about it. But more importantly, I think it's fun. It's enjoyable, it's fun, it's competitive out there in the middle. But everybody from the players to the spectators and a lot of the partners that come out there as well to do socialise, they do enjoy this beautiful country. And for example, tonight we've got a nice evening planned. We've got an evening with Henry Blofeld, who's going to entertain us. We've got dinner at the golf club. I'm looking forward to that as well. So it's if you can get involved, do so. I'm sure that you will have a wonderful time. That's hit well just over the head of the fielder. That's Brazil. Well, Brazil can't stop it and is in the back of the net. No, it's not. It's gone for 4, though. 4 runs. Well struck. 4 carreras. And, well, that's the unmistakable sounds of Johnny Grimmer saying, let's get the 100 before the break. Well, the break will come after 15. And if they do it, that will be some doing. Oh, he stops his shot. I don't know why he stops his shot. If he went through with it, it might have gone. Well, it's gone for 4 anyway, but it might have even gone for 6. So that's another boundary. So boundaries started to flow here. And the good news is they're not just coming from the bat of Sexton. Yeah, but he does stop his shot. It was an interesting one. You can see the wicketkeeper there, Kevin Tharm, sort of saying, yeah, you went there and stopped. If you went through with it, it would have sailed. That struck nicely as well. We know he is a good, clean, crisp hitter off the ball. There's no doubt about that by Fisk. He's shown us that already. There's a good little partnership going here. And got to keep an eye on, of course, Mark Sexton. He's now faced, I think, 32 deliveries. Oh, gone. That's looks like the middle stump. No, the off stump has been knocked backwards. It's a full delivery. And Smith has got the breakthrough. Paddy gets it right. The radar switched on. Jog the putty. Let's have a look at this again. Just that slightly quicker one. Just gets under the bat. Have a look at this. He just tried to give himself a little bit of room there, didn't he? You see, he took a little shuffle towards the leg side. And by doing that, he was late on it. Gets through him. Hits the stumps. The stump gets rocked backwards. Good round of applause there from Sexton. When wickets were falling around him early on, he held it together, didn't he? He was like the glue for the Eagles. But he's gone now. He'll be disappointed, of course, to get out because he would have liked to. Once he's made the start and got into the 30s, he probably wanted to keep on going and at least face the 50 balls before he had to retire not out. So he's gone. And I'll give you the next batter when I know it. And it looks like it is, yeah, Chris Roper. No surprise there. Roper's another batter who did put in a good shift the last time we saw them. In fact, it was Roper and Fisk, who's already out there, that put a good little partnership together. So this is an important phase, I believe, for the Essex Eagles. They have lost those 4 wickets, but they've still got 2 good batters out there. The teams, they'll take drinks at the fall of that wicket. 1968, going back in time, an England captain is born when he took the supposed worst team in the world to 4 successive series wins in the space of 18 months. Of course, I'm talking about Nasser Hussain, who, well, was acclaimed as the best since Mike Brearley. His stock somewhat after consecutive 4-1 thrashing by Australia, and he handed in his notice after a traumatic few months in 2003. And then, of course, he went on to do a bit of a commentating himself, and a good job he's done as well. So Nasser Hussain, born on this day 1968, the same year as me. So that means that Nasser can play in this tournament if he wants. Nasser, if you're not doing anything next year, you can play now. And I mentioned already that on this day in 1981, Sir Viv Richards marked his Antigua inaugural test with a blistering 114 against England. And what was amazing about that knock is he did it on home soil, and 90 of those runs were scored in boundaries, and he did it in 306 minutes. England did draw a rain-affected test match thanks to the 20th Test 100 from Jeff Boycott. As we resume, taking a bit of a risky single, a direct hit. Would have been close, but I do feel the batter just made it home. Over will be called. And with that wicket falling towards the end of that, the 15th over, so 72 it is. So Johnny Grimmer doesn't get his wish of a 100 at the break. So halfway point, 72. So at the moment, probably looking with a little acceleration to what I was saying to John Gray there, probably what I feel is probably about the par score, 160-ish. And John Gray has come back was saying he never had the privilege of going to Malta. It's a beautiful place to come to. It really is. I think a lot of people are sort of being wowed by the video of Malta that we put on at the beginning of the day. It has everything, and one thing I find about Malta is that it's always busy. No matter what time of year you come here, it is always busy. It's the first time that I'll be here over the Easter time, and I, again, from seeing the way that the streets are decorated, I feel it's going to be pretty busy as well. It's decorations are up for the festivities. I wonder if they have like a little street festival or something. I reckon they do. That it is a very religious country, so we'll be looking out for that. The parade was the word I was looking for. But yeah, you got to come. The beaches around are nice. I mean, you got a combination of that's a good bit of fielding, sharp, nicely done. Yeah, you've got beaches, Bajibas, very nice. The whole coastline is quite beautiful, and of course Malta's not a massive place, is it? It's compared to a lot of the places we go to, it's only small, only something like 20 odd miles by 9. So I've got it here. So Malta, middle of the Mediterranean Sea, directly south from Italy. Of course, I think 17,000 years ago it was joined to Italy, the Sicily part, I'm told. So south of Italy and north of Libya. Tossed up. And that doesn't miss the edge by much. The island is 27 kilometres, so 17 miles long and 14.5 kilometres wide. That's only 9 miles, so it's not big. About 450,000 people, almost as many cars, around about 300,000 odd. It's hit uppish. It will be fielded by Ian Rippengall. But one thing about Malta, and we've touched on this many times, and because of its beautiful location, I mentioned the architecture here. The sandstone buildings look stunning. Of course, for around 160 years, it was under British rule as well, and you certainly see that in some of the older buildings. Diving, it's a fantastic diving location. I know that Johnny Grimmer loves to go out on his boat and do a little bit of fishing. He's invited me to come several times, but I've seen the size of his boat. It's not very big, so don't tell him, but that's why I've turned it down. No, I'm only kidding. I've never had the time. Maybe this time that might happen. But yeah, it's hundreds of reefs, caves, ancient wrecks make it a diving hotspot. Frequently voted one of the world's best diving locations. Malta is one of the best windsurfing destinations in the world. The best time to go for those sort of activities between November and March. But what I was leading on to is that a lot of movies are shot here as well. It doesn't quite get to the pitch of that one. And so some of the movies here, you've got The Gladiators being filmed here, Troy, Pirates of the Caribbean, and parts of the Game of Thrones. And there's more as well. So, and it's understandable why. Valletta is beautiful, city of Valletta. So yeah, if you get a chance, anybody gets a chance. If you've never been to Malta, you can definitely put it on the list, and you won't be disappointed. That's for sure. And I think all the people that are here at this Malta Seniors Cricket Festival will also tell you that. And Rahul will speak on behalf of all the vegetarians to say there'll be plenty of options for you if you are a vegetarian or a vegan. Well, I tell you who's not a vegan, the bowler, because he's taking a big bite and a big chunk of the stumps as he knocked them over. It's Smith again. Gets the wicket of Roper. Roper doesn't get going this time. And Roper trying to send it to the rope, but sees his stumps pegged backwards. Here it is again. Nice, good, steady action. In comes the delivery. And timber, the stumps have been knocked over. So another one bites the dust. That's the... Another wicket does fall. Roper has to make his way back with just 3 to his name. And that's probably... Now we get to a territory that we haven't seen from the Eagles this year yet. And the new batter just asking Roper, well, what happened? He said, I missed it, that's all. Okay, says the batter. And this is Chris Martin, who's making his way out to the middle. Chris Martin. Roper gets roped into that shot and misses it. And timber go the stumps. Sortiyan punje. Torke rak detiyan. Another one gone. And Roper 3 of 8. Good bowling again there. They just haven't given any reprieve to the batters, have they, the bowlers? They've just kept working and working away. So Martin joins Fisk out there. So Paddy has taken a couple of big wickets there, actually, didn't he? Got the wicket of Sexton cleaned up. Now he's cleaned up Roper. He's got his radar switched on. And he's after more, isn't he? He's got 2 for 20 at the moment. And Jack Horsbrook. Hello, Jack. Obviously related to Mr. Kevin Horsbrook is saying we need a second angle of Horsbrook second wicket. Okay, why is that then? What a ball that was. Well, look, the beauty of it is, as you know, that he can and you can go back and watch it as many times as you want. That's the beauty of this festival, now that it's been streamed live around the globe, and it'll be up there forever. Isn't that lovely as well? Up there forever. But good to have you with us, Jack. high in the air, catching chance, and well held. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. And, well, normally the men from Brazil are pretty good with their feet. Well, the Brazil we got here is pretty good with his hands as well. Holds on to the catch, and I'm pretty sure that the captain's wife, Mick Brazil's wife, is here at the ground as well. Well, she'll be pleased. And I know she's Maltese as well. And she certainly will be applauding that. Well done. Well, Mr. Brazil, I think you've earned yourself a slice of cake taking that catch. That's going to be another big wicket. And it's Fisk who is now going to have to depart. So wicket starting to fall. Fisk gone. Brazil takes the catch. And Chris, who comes back on to bowl, gets the breakthrough as well. So good bit of captaincy that is as well. 77 for 6. Now remember what I was saying, that keep this score. I mean, if they can keep this score to, I don't know, 120-ish, and then go out there on a mission and knock those runs on quickly. And I'm gonna put Rahul to the test actually here. So once this first innings is done, I want Rahul in the very short time that we have. I want Rahul to work out by when do they have to get the win to have a better net run rate than the other teams on 2 points to finish top, because that's going to be interesting, because net run rate is going to be key, and I'm pretty sure that the Sussex boys are going to be asking the question themselves, because it could come down to that. All right, I'm jumping ahead of things a little bit, because the Eagles are by no means out of this contest, but it could come down to all 3 teams in this Ronnie Sacco group having 2 points if Sussex win this match. And then net run rate will decide who plays in what cup. So that's going to be very interesting. That one's just been blocked out, as this is Mike Randall who is going out there. So you got Mike Randall and Martin. Well, how about that? He says, if I can't hit it that way, I'll hit it this way. It doesn't quite make the right connection, but he does get a run. So I think they're scrambling around here. I'm surprised that Johnny G hasn't gone out there yet. Johnny G's got a good record in this festival. Next into bat, I'm told by Garrett. Yeah, Johnny G. He was, look, the start of this festival, the 9th highest run scorer with 283. He's got a 50 to his name with a high of 55. Of course, well known for his wicket keeping as well. Asking really, he does go right back on his stumps, and batter doesn't like it. But if this doesn't hit the bat, then we'll have a look at it again here, the replay. But if it doesn't hit the bat, I think it was always in trouble here. Let's have a look at this again. I think it was pretty full. I don't know if we have the replay coming up here for you. So, walking sticks. And it is, well, we were saying, where's Johnny Grimmer? And here is Johnny Grimmer. There we go. Looks like they've withdrawn the appeal. So, Johnny, well batted, Johnny. Well, that's the quickest knock from you. Well batted. You didn't waste any time. When Johnny Grimmer comes back, because the appeal has been withdrawn from Sussex, so there must have been a bit of bat on that. So he didn't look very happy about it, that's for sure. Well, the scorers, you're going to have a little bit of work to do to adjust that. Tip X, please, says Julie. So that will go down just as a dot ball. So they say no. So Randall will be back. Randall will be back. And just as well for Randall. I tell you what, it's a good job that we were a little bit slow and wanted to look at the replay, because otherwise I would have been quacking him off. And then he would have gone back out. So it would have been pie on our face. Hey, look, I did say when Mike Brazil took the catch, I call him Mike, but it's Mick, isn't it? Mick Brazil took the catch. Let's just wait here for a moment, because score 78. Overs now is 18. Can smell more food. I think more food is coming out. Doesn't smell like pasta either. I was right, by the way. I knew it would be pasta today. I didn't see the... Oh, I did see the sandwiches. Only briefly. Rahul polished them off pretty quickly. Pastisses are here. Mine are waiting, which I will chomp very quickly. Jack saying, really enjoying your commentary too. Making the stream very enjoyable. Thank you very much. Asking the question. Not out. This is Mike Randall, who... it wasn't Randall. I think it was Martin, wasn't it, who was given the reprisal. Into this, the 19th over. Well, take the single, and it hasn't Smith bowled well. 2 for 23 now. He just keeps plugging away, and the beauty of his bowling is the length he's bowled. He's got the ball pitched up, and that's why he's got success with those wickets. And he's got plenty of overs to bowl, so he can cause certainly some more pain for the Eagles. That's that length, but this time he strays down the leg side. But that's the ball that's been doing the damage. He just doesn't get that one straight. There's another day, a very tasty day, being celebrated today. So, and it's filled with rich layers, usually 4, of chocolate sponge cake, malted together with flavorful whipped cream and a delicious assortment of cherries, and then frosted and topped with more of the same. That's cream and cherries. And of course, I'm talking about the Black Forest cake. It's a National Black Forest Cake Day. Celebrates the most amazing and interesting treat. That would be nice, not right now, wouldn't it? With a nice cup of tea and a slice of Black Forest cake. Judy, you up for that? Judy said, yeah, why not? Now, who's going to blind? I bet you that's one thing that Garrett can't get for us. So let's get played away. Used to be the thing, wasn't it? I think most places you used to go to, they're always, you know, that used to be the dessert. Any restaurant, whatever, used to have that Black Forest cake. So, yeah, I remember saying that Mick Brazil might get cake today. Maybe it will be a slice of Black Forest. Just drops the bat on it. They just can't get him away, can they? He's been very good. It's the end of another over. 82 for 6 at the end of the 19th. The over-by-over scores don't make very good reading at the moment. Roger Moore? Did it? Was it? Oh, is it the Saint? Roger Smith. It looks like he's coming on the ball now. And, Paddy Smith's done all right. So another Smith. So I better put him down. I think as Roger, I'm going to get him confused. We've had a few doubles today. We've had, we've got Smiths now. We've had, what else have we had today? Smiths, Murphys we've had, Kevins we've had. All right, here we go. Roger Smith. He's got a bit of a run-up, hasn't he, Roger Smith? Roger Moore. So what made you think of Roger Moore? What are you thinking of? The Saint? James Bond? What was that? There was a thumb of something or another came round the corner there. Actually, that's it. Garrett started something there. Best James Bond, and Garrett says Roger Moore no. Okay, there you go. That's one for the chat. I know you got quite a few people in the chat. So your best James Bond. I think most people know. I think we've had this discussion perhaps sometimes before when I've been on commentary. Mine has got to be Sean Connery. I think he was the best. Roger Moore, yeah, okay. Julie, James Bond. Sean Connery, yep. Yeah, Sean Connery here as well. From Adrian. Should we ask Raoul? Who do you think actor-wise was the best James Bond? Now remember, Raoul is a lot younger than all of us, so he may not. If I said to you, if
I have a face, I don't have his name, but I'll get you his name.
he's gonna give it, he's gonna get us the name. But before you search the name you're looking for, if I said to you Sean Connery, would you know who that is? There you go. See, he says no. So it's not really worth asking, Rahul. Kenneth has disappeared. I think he's hiding under the table because he knows I'm coming to him. But yeah, Sean Connery. Hello to who we got there in the chat. Come on, people in the chat. And Dan Rose is joining us saying, hello all. I hope you're well. I hope you're well as well. How are you doing? And you're thinking of Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig, okay. Because he's the latest one.
Yeah. That's the one I've seen.
Daniel Craig. Yeah, Daniel Craig. All right, but I think because he's done so many other things, he just, yeah. Yeah. Judy, hang on a minute. You can say that. You ready?
Sean Connery said, shaken, not stirred, the best.
He certainly did. I agree. Yeah, shaken, not stirred. Sean Connery. In the chat, your favourite James Bond, the actor, Sean Connery for me. I think Sean Connery all around. Rahul, who only knows one James Bond because of his age, he says Daniel Craig. What about Ankit? Ankit, James Bond, best James Bond actor? Ankit's thinking about it.
Actually, the last two, I mean, current one and the previous one, they both are good in their own way.
The current, so the Daniel Craig. But who was you say previous one? Who do you mean?
Even I can say it.
That's politically very correct answer.
I think that is what I don't know. So if I say that, you won't know. I don't know. I know you don't know. Anyway. Hey, we're at that time in this innings where it's happy birthday time. So who we got with a birthday today? I'll tell you who's got a birthday today. Where are we? And so Saturday the 28th. Happy birthday to Lady Gaga. Born 28th March 1986 in New York City. American singer, songwriter, and a performance artist known for her flamboyant costumes, naughty lyrics, and strong vocal talents. What else it says? Who achieved enormous popularity in the early 21st century with songs such as Just Dance, Bad Romance, and Born This Way. So Lady Gaga, born on this day in 1986. Any Lady Gaga fans out there? Diana Oros is saying, if you're talking food, well, I was talking about the Black Forest cake. Yes, please. Where's Garrett? Garrett, Black Forest cake. Yeah, it's National Black Forest Cake or Gatto Day today. So can we have a slice with a cup of tea? Can that be arranged? Garrett's having a look at me and saying, I'll work on it. Could happen. Maybe I should ask Frankie. Frankie's the boss here. It's Black Forest Cake today. National Black Forest. So can we have can we have a slice with a cup of tea, please? Myself, one for me, Julie, Adrian, yeah. And Kit, no, because he didn't know the James Bond thing. That is going to be out. And a run out. Good bit of work. Direct hit. I think the fielder there, was that Brian Cox? It might have been, you know. He's getting all the high fives. So Cox, he's going to get a slice of Black Forest cake. And guess what? I think you should have a band or something playing when Johnny, or at least somebody on a guitar when Johnny Grimmer goes out there. Well, Johnny, hope you last longer than the last time you went out there, buddy. Of course, Johnny, went out and had to come back when, very sportingly, Sussex revoked a decision. Well, Johnny G is out there now with that wicket going down. I wonder if Johnny G is going to get a slice of cake. Yeah, Diana's talking about in Brescia. Yeah, we will go on to that. And John Gray's got a question here. He's saying, it's not a question, he's got a point. He said, it's a bit like the Doctor Who question. Depends on which James Bond you grew up with. Yeah, you're very right. And he's saying he should be Roger Moore and Tom Baker. Okay. Roger Moore I just feel Roger Moore probably wasn't quite serious enough. But I think Julie was absolutely right. Julie said, as the Saint, yeah, I agree with that. I think he was good as the Saint. Oh, that one could go all the way, you know. Chase is on. Andale, Iba, meep. Gets there. And we'll get the throw in. So Randall and Grimmer out there at the moment. Well, I'm just going to say Schwartz because I don't know what the rest of that name is saying. I love a bit of that. Are you talking about the chocolate, Black Forest chocolate cake? Yeah, we'd love a bit of that as well if we can get some. And it might come. Well, I did mention it to Frankie. Frankie was here. But I think everybody's all excited and distracted now because Johnny Grimmer's gone out there. 21 overs, 90 is the score. 7 wickets down. Very important match this, remember. In this group, Kent, 2 points. Eagles, 2 points. Sussex, no points. Sussex win this. All 3 teams will have 2 points. Eagles currently had the better net run rate, certainly better than Kent. But of course, it depends how this match goes. If Sussex can, I said at the time, keep this score to, say, a 120-ish, it could even skittle them out, 3 more wickets, and then get those runs quickly, and anything is possible. Wow, look at that. He's holding the pose, is Grimmer. Holds the pose. Get the mat. Defensive shot to Marta. The media photo. Doten Kitchedo. Click. Smart, please, Johnny. Here comes the next. And he's off the mark. Oh, and yeah, I don't think the umpire's going to signal. It's a bit of bat on that. It goes away. A couple of runs for Johnny. So Johnny off the mark. I think as a batter, that's the main thing you want when you go out there. Just get off the mark. Yeah, the Black Forest Gatto in German. Black Forest cake. Thing is, though, even in the UK when I was a kid, I remember it well because if you did go to a restaurant Wait. Oh, that's going to be pretty close. And he's gone. He's going to be gone. Oh, dear. Johnny Grimmer is going to have to be put on the barbecue. He's been barbecued. He's not happy chappy, I bet. Oh, dear. That's going to be another wicket. And, oh, the stare. The look. He's giving him the dirty look. Johnny Grimmer. Well, he went down the same way he went down on the European Cricket Network a few years ago when the medic knocked him over. But let's just say, on that day he got up and he still was able to smile and carry on, but he ain't going to be smiling here. He's filthy. Johnny Grimmer, the legend, has been barbecued. You can't do that to Johnny. Randall said, no. Johnny tries to get back, but in the process of trying to slide the bat in, he was just short. It's a long, slow walk back for John. The good news for John Grimmer is, if we did have some Black Forest gatto or Black Forest cake, he could have plenty of time eating it. But you can see there come to throw. And not the best angle, but he doesn't make it. Well, that's another wicket go down. So remember what I said. If they get skittled here, they could be in trouble. So, Johnny Grimmer gets two to his name and gets out. You can hear him saying he was really looking forward to it. He was ready. He was pumped. But, well, he's back. Waiting. Well, you get the new batter is making sure that Randall can hear him. That's Hearn. Waiting, he shouts. So Hearn, that's John Hearn. That's going out now. Wide ball down the leg side. Yeah, we were talking. Well, trying to talk about cake here and wicket keep falling. Yeah, John Gray. It was always used to be the dessert. Wherever you went, that's all that anybody wanted. It's not. I don't think it's as popular now, is it? I think probably because there's a lot more. There's a lot more options available. Death by chocolate. You obviously like your chocolate, Julie. Death by chocolate? No. Yeah. Julie's saying that's what came in instead. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. My favourite has to be. I think I do like coffee and walnut cake. So yeah, Black Forest. I'm never going to say no to it, but coffee and walnut would be good. 93 is the score. 22 overs gone. 8 wickets have also gone down. What else we got here? What else? A lot of things happening. Debbie was saying Johnny G will retire his wicket for a tub of gelato. Well, maybe, or maybe not, because I don't think it's. I don't think he retired his wicket. He was literally ran out. So I don't think he's going to get any gelato there. Who else we got in there? Diana saying, well, he knows what he's doing. He makes sure you guys get an early finish. Well, I think it's too early to say that. Anything can happen. John Gray saying that Johnny Grimmer will have to sing for his supper now. Well, who knows? Maybe he should have taken the guitar out there, not the bat. I'm not going to say that to him now. He's not very happy at the moment. He's saying it's looking a bit grim for Essex. Good one, that one. Who's that? That's David Ballard. Oh, well said. Okay, hang on. You know what I'm going to try and do? So, as I said, Lady Gaga. Let's see if I can find a song that's fitting for John Grimmer. So remember, I said Lady Gaga's birthday today. So let's see if anything goes. Well, if he was caught behind, we could have gone with the edge of glory. But he wasn't caught behind. He was run out. So what goes with run out? Got it. Poker face. Lady Gaga songs. Poker face or bad romance between him and Randall. And poker face, bad romance. And or well, is left a sour taste in his mouth. Maybe sour candy, also a Lady Gaga song. So, yeah, Lady Gaga songs for Johnny Grimmer. Well, it could be Lady Gaga songs also for the Essex Eagles. And just as I say that, I can hear some music playing. Ankit again. Oh, Ankit, we're going to have to sort him out, aren't we? We're going to have to sort him out. He's in this tent. A fine, you got one from yesterday as well. Double fine. Dear, oh dear. What can you do? Yeah, Lady Gaga born on this day, 28th of March, but back in 1986. Everybody now coming up saying we love Johnny. Of course we love Johnny. We do love Johnny. Tiki-taka. Tiki-taka, tiki-taka. That's what we're seeing here right now. Let's have a quick look at the boundary counts. Just have to wait for my internet to start working again. Come on. Wakey, wakey. No, it's taking its time. Are they going to try and double up here? They take one. You don't really want to lose another wicket unnecessarily, though, do you? Yeah, okay. Let's look at the boundary. So we have had 1-6 that was hit by Paul Fisk. And then we've had 7 fours. 4 of those were hit by Mark Sexton. There was two fours by Paul Fisk, who also hit that 1-6, and 1 early on from Clark. So this innings is just pottering along. Oh dear, Debbie. Debbie said we only tuned in to see Johnny. Well, look, you'll see more of Johnny in the second innings behind the stumps. And maybe, look, sometimes things have a wonderful way of working out. Maybe he's going to have an absolute gem of a day behind the stumps. It's going to have to. Just play it out. I suppose you got plenty of overs that you can bat here, but you need to keep that scoreboard ticking as well. And at the moment, Randall is just blocking for his life. End of another over. Mike Randall is out there with Smith. So Michael Smith. So this score just a 1 or 2 and over at the moment. I think there's not a lot happening, I'm pretty sure, with the old Manhattan here as well. I guess started very slow. Then we had that little period, didn't we, from probably about the 6th over to the 13th or so. And then after that 15th over, well, drinks basically, when that 4th wicket fell down. Remember, we lost that wicket and we took drinks early. After that, not much has happened. 94 then. So at that time now, when as we start to come to the end of this first innings in the second match, and it just starts to get a bit cooler. You can see that you'll start to just see some of those shadows start to appear from the pavilion end. That's going to be a couple, so a rare two. Was an edge though, which got past everybody. Yeah, Rahul's right. This is the time the hub becomes the coldest, and this is the time that we need that hot tub on National Hot Tub Day. Get the hot tub out, and we can, well, I suppose the book scorers are all right, as long as they can stay dry. Mind you, us guys with the electrics, that's the problem. We could get fried. But, yeah, if you have a hot tub, enjoy. And it is hot tub day. And hot tub, yeah, get in. It's relaxing. You can have the jets that give you the massage. And gone! It's another wicket. It's full, it's straight. And it's Brazil who's having a good time. Well, the man who's going to get cake tonight is Brazil. Black Forest cake. He took a great catch as well. And now with the ball, the captain knocks the stumps over. Timber! Jagade bhatte. And the ball that bowling kitti. Just full and straight. Dande chak ke pan ke rakh dete. Another one bites the dust. And now they're in all sorts of trouble. And Sussex, no, they've got a massive opportunity here. A massive opportunity. So that's a wicket that will go. Wilkinson will be the batter. And number 11 goes out. 9 wickets down. Remember I said when it was 6 wickets down that unless they collapse, they should get to about 120 or so, but they're in all sorts of trouble here. Well, so John Hearn is the batter, new batter. I don't know where I got Wilkinson from, maybe because that's what's on the screen. So Wilkinson is the 12th man. He's not the man going in. So we'll get that change. There you go. It's changed for you now. It is Hearn. So Hearn to face Brazil. Ooh. Straight past the outside edge of Hearn. So if you look at your display at the moment, Brazil are 2-1 down at the moment. Let's see if they can come back and make it 2-2. Get the feeling that a straight ball could do it. And message from Debbie saying Sheldon says hi to his friend Julie, the scorer. Hi. Hello, Debbie. Hi to you as well. And can I just say, Julie's doing a wonderful job here and does deserve a slice of Black Forest cake, but nobody's bringing any cake to us just yet. We get tea, though. Garrett is good on the tea front, but not on the cake front. Hang on a minute. How come I saw Raoul eating cake? You were eating cake earlier, right? Oh, you mean it was until you, like, polished it off? Did you see any cake? I didn't see any cake. Kenneth, did you see any cake? There was a yes from Ankit bought some cake. So Ankit's the man. Favoritism now, favoritism. Okay. Everybody, well, not quite everybody. They're still leaving the point on the boundary. But other than that, everybody's inside. Oh, that's a good shot. That's going to be 4 runs. Well, the field might just change a little bit now. Well done. Randall is still there. And I suppose if he does score a few runs, Johnny G and all of his fan club around the world might forgive him. That does bring the 100 up on the board. I'm going to stand up for a bit. Legs are getting tired. Maybe I should be doing the exercises that are being done there by, who's that who's doing the exercise at the moment? See, Mike Randall's doing a few stretches. Okay, no change in the field. They're not following the ball. Well, maybe they are. It looks like Ankit who's doing the fielding now where that ball went. Tries to get that one away. Better areas this time from the bowler Smith. This time big stretch and stride to block that one. You can see what this is. Randall saying, I'm not coming back. I'm staying here. I want to stay here a bit longer. Give Johnny G time to cool down. I don't know where Johnny... I can't hear Johnny. I think they have taken him away. And, taken him away and locked him up somewhere until he cools down. You know what it's like? You're not coming out of there until you calm down. Quick look at the bowling figures that we've seen so far. So Kevin Alterbrook bowled out 2 for 22, bowled really well, and he's got some support in the chat as well for him. Mick Brazil, the captain, comes back to bowl. He's 1 over, 2 runs, 1 wicket. Chris Chilman, as I now call him, he 6 overs, only went for 18, 1 wicket. John Paddy Smith, he's 6 overs, 2 wickets for 29. Brian Cox bowled 3 very good overs, 1 for 13. Roger Smith, he's kept it nice and tidy as well. So all the bowlers have bowled really well. And of course, you wouldn't think any different with what you're seeing on the scoreboard. That's not the best of deliveries this time. And the throw comes in, hits the stumps, but the batters have made it in, and the batter just has to use the bat now to put the stumps back in. So remember, I've given Rahul a bit of a challenge. I've said to him to try and work out, if he can, the different possibilities, or what could happen, or what probably what it comes down to is what Sussex would have to do in the run chase, or by when they would have to get this score to improve, if they can, if at all possible, improve their net run rate to be superior than that of Kent. I think it goes down to now. Essex on top. Yeah, beg your pardon. Essex are on top. But I suppose, was Kent's better than Sussex at the moment? But the net run rate, what's Kent's? Because if they get absolutely mauled here, it makes Kent's look better, wouldn't it? Yeah. So it's Rahul's got it covered. He knows what he's going to be doing here. That's another one that's blocked out. So Randall is doing the blocking. Hearn at the other end hasn't got off the mark yet. John Gray saying at least they have got to 100. Yeah, it's lowest score so far of this festival, especially by teams batting first. 145 Surrey put on yesterday against the Canada Masters, which of course was reached very easily and competently, and they did that, the Masters, with losing just 3 wickets. And, this is where I think captain Mick Brazil looking to get it full and straight. It's kind of clipped away, and a bit of foot fielding, but effectively by Roger Smith. No run. Survives the ball. End of the over. And number 11, being kind of protected at the moment by Randall. He's on 12 himself. Of 39 deliveries. Nice to see that that Frank is here with, of course, Alex. His family are here. They're mingling with the spectators and some of the players alike. Frank Spiteri, the founder and director of this Malta Seniors Cricket Festival, and a hard working man, puts a lot of time and effort in to get things organised, and as soon as this one is over, I'm pretty sure that he'll be working again to get the next one started. And I think everybody appreciates the hard work that that Frankie puts in. And a few people saying, is it really a hot tub day? It is. It's National Hot Tub Day. And nothing better than a soothing, warm, bubbling water melting your stresses away. And also, I mentioned when we were talking about ice creams earlier and ice cream flavours, we also mentioned that it's Eat Eskimo Pie Day. That's what it's, or it's called Eddie's Pie also. It's a day that's been celebrated today in America. That's a nice looking shot, but it's going to go to the fielder. No run. Bless you. Well, that was Adrian having a bit of a sneeze there, one of the scorers. And I've got Adrian and Julie here. Yeah, ice cream pie. It's the ice cream covered by crisp chocolate. That's get past the fielder. Does it go to the boundary? It does go to the boundary. That's 4 runs. That's well struck. So Randall refusing to come back and face Johnny G. He's staying out there. He hits another boundary. It's keeping the innings alive, and well, maybe that 120 might come on the board. These are all very important runs when you think about the context of the group, the context of what's happening here. Yeah, so this Eskimo pie, contrasting flavours with every bite, different textures. Basically, it's a celebration of Americans' classic frozen treats. I don't think I've ever had an Eskimo pie. I think I know it as probably an ice cream sandwich. Into now the 29th over. If they survived the 30 overs, you would say that one itself is a bit of an achievement. Captain trying to make sure it doesn't happen. That's hit well. What a good shot that is. Yeah, it's come from nowhere, and well, maybe Hearn's just got the confidence there, so he has got off the mark. Well done to Hearn, the number 11. You can see that Mick Brazil went for the timber, went for the pitch up delivery, but Hearn was waiting for it. Oh, it's another big swing, but they have put the fielder in pretty close, haven't they? I think that's why he's swinging here now. He's saying, well, all right, if you guys want to come close, come close. Well, I'm going to start swinging the bat. Let's have a look at that. You can see that on your screens. It's got a very kind of like a silly cover. They want to take it on. Comes the throw. They will get there. It's a good strong throw, but they take the single. So Randall gets back on strike. Gets Hearn at the other end. Hearn has got off the mark with that shot over mid-wicket for 2. These pasties are staring at me, getting ready to tuck into them in the short break that we will have. in between the innings, and that wind's starting to pick up as well. I've noticed people have put their jackets on, and it's kind of that time of the afternoon when we're in the shade this part, and you'll see everybody start to follow the sun before the day comes to an end. Most people will be the far side of the ground where the sun is the last to go down. Good single taken, and comes the throw. So that's good. Randall is doing his bit, isn't he? Trying his best. So it's another over gets completed. So we go into the last over. That score is on the Nelson. So on the Nelson, are we going to see the last wicket fall on the Nelson? Yeah, or nay? I like the comment there from John Gray saying a bit of samba from Brazil. Mick Brazil doing the bowling. Okay. Big stride from the left-handed Randall. Yes. Smith. It's Roger Smith with the ball. That's played out pretty well. Now this one could go all the way as well, you know. Long chase for the fielder. Probably one of the quickest on the field is Martin Sims. But he will get there. He is quicker than a Sims, and they put him in those areas where they know he'll be chasing. See some of the, looks like some of the just been told that Martin Sims has got a connection to the police, so yeah, he's got to be quick, I suppose, especially when he's chasing after people. Sims, yeah, he's quick. He looks like a short distance 100, 200 meter runner when he's chasing that. That struck nicely. Now, this is where I suppose now you're in the last over, you don't want to leave any runs out there. So these two, they're doing okay. How many of these two put on roll? The last pair. 18 runs. That's the last pair. That's valuable runs. It really is. So Randall keeping things going. Hearn has got 3 of them, and he's going to be on strike here now. Couple of balls to go. He has a big swing. Swing and a miss. So last ball, potentially. If it's a legal delivery, I think it'll be same again here from Hearn. He's going to have a big swing. See if he can get any more. And he hits it well. And you might as well come back for 2. See if you can make it. In comes the throw. And they will make it. 2 runs to finish. That will be the end of the innings. Couple of runs there from Hearn. They'll finish on 116. So if they're to defend this, it will be the lowest score defended in the festival. Remember, Surrey scored batting first yesterday, the lowest score we've had so far. That was 145 against the Canada Masters. And the Masters, they knocked those off pretty comfortably, didn't they? So they're going to have to be at their utmost best here. They've got to believe, that's the thing here. I mean, it's not a big score. And in normal circumstances, you'd imagine that the runs will be knocked off pretty comfortably by Sussex. But, well, you never know, for moments of magic in the field or some great bowling from Southern bowlers could make all the difference in this contest as the players, first the batters and then of course the fielders, are applauded off. So a really good performance and from Sussex in the field. So they've done the first half of the job very well. And now the question is if they can go out there and finish off the job. Rico Full here with everybody else in the hub, including Adrian and Julie and Kenneth and also Rahul. So, and I know already Mick Brazil is already talking to Rahul and asking questions about how quick they're going to do it, etc. And I knew that would happen, and that's why I kind of said to Rahul, and get ready, because you're going to be asked a lot of questions, though. It's also one of those where you kind of feel like saying to the team, well, look, you the guys are going to have to do this and win it. Surely you want to check your own numbers. Anyway, when we get the info, we'll come back with you as well. But remember that Sussex will be looking to chase this pretty quickly, because if they can do that and improve their net run rate, they'll be on the same number of points as all the other two teams in this Ronnie Sacco group. But the net run rate will decide who plays where. Join us back in 10 minutes' time. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Marsa International Cricket Ground here in Malta. And we get ready for a very interesting match because we're talking about a group where it potentially the three teams involved could end up with the same number of points. And that means that net run rate is going to be the deciding factor. So in this Group B, the Ronnie Sacco group, Sussex are pointless at the moment, but have a huge opportunity here to get this win. They need 117 for victory. We know that in the group already, the Essex Eagles have 1 win and 2 points. Kent have 1 win and 2 points. So everybody's so far 1-1 and lost 1, 1-1 and lost 1. But if Sussex win this one, they also will be the same as Kent and the Essex Eagles. So that run rate is going to be very, very important. And I think that's why a lot of numbers are being crunched at the moment. Crunched and checked and double checked because that is important. I suppose, look, I know that it's important to know, but if you're Sussex, the key thing is just to go out there and just get this done as quick as possible. So the fielders are out there and wait for the batters to come out. And we get ready to start. The umpires, umpire Peter and Mike, probably looking in this direction. Come on, batters, where are you? I get the feeling the batters might still be waiting because they want to know. They want to know what they've got to do with it. So I can kind of understand it. There's what you're seeing out there in the middle. And of course, 117 required. So a lot of work is being done to work this out. Well, while they're working it out and the batters go out there, what I can do is talk to you about some bits and pieces. I always like to tell you about things that happened back on this day. 1926, one of India's finest batters is born, usually at number 3 or number 5, and it was Polly Umrigar, a muscular cutter and driver, was a crucial player in the post-war period and held the most of the major Indian records at the time before Sunil Gavaskar outstripped him in the 1980s. Umrigar had a slow start to his Test career, apart from a glorious 130 not out against England in Madras in 1951-52. India's first Test win at the 25th attempt. So that was Polly Umrigar, and born 1926. Batters are making their way out there. You can see that it is Martin Sims and Ian Rippengal. Now Sims, we know, is the hard hitter of the ball. Looks like Ian is going to the strikers end, so Ian will be the man to face the first ball. And Martin Sims with number 1 on his bat. Martin, as we said when he was fielding, he is very quick. Well, he is linked to has been linked to the police, where he has served. Not exactly sure if it was with the Met or where it was, but that's why he's so fit and fast. He hasn't lost it. Okay, we are ready to go. As I look up into the sky, you can see the moon is there already. The sun starts to go down or behind some clouds at the moment. Here we go. It's the first ball. And a bit of hesitation between the two batters, and Sims, I said before, he is quick, and he does get there. So the first run's off the bat of Ian. Rip and go. Goes for the slog sweep. Probably going to get a bit of the pad as the sun does come back out again. It's a leg by signalled. Smith, Michael Smith is the bowler. Tossed up and kind of what you'd like to say, punched down the ground. A single gets taken. I'm leaving Rahul to it at the moment. He's frantically working this out. I think it's the first time I've seen Rahul flustered. That's hit well, and they need a few more of these, I think, to try and wrap things up as quick as I can. That's going to be 4 runs, and nice solid strike. Hits it over the top of the short mid-wicket. That's 4 runs. Now, I'm starting to hear that they've got to do it. I'm hearing 20 overs is what I'm hearing. I know that Frankie, I think that's probably being checked as well. So I will confirm when that's confirmed. There might be some people in the chat that have worked this out already. But it's been, obviously it's important to check and double check. That's a good looking shot as well. And that's going to be 4 runs. Mind you, if you just concentrate on playing your shots and getting the job done, you don't need to number crunch anything. Just win the match, and that'll do it. So, nice, good shot there once again from Rippengall. You know, he's a very good player, and he's shown that in the past. He himself holds plenty of records. We know that last year he was the team's top scorer with 111, and he's the 7th overall in 2025 last year. Well, that's hit powerfully this time. Ooh, pretty close. Good throw comes in. So, just got the, I think they've got the batters the wrong way around here. I think the shots there that have been played, that'll get corrected in a moment. So that was Sims doing the hitting. Oh, there you go. It gets sorted out now. So I was going to say it was Sims doing it. Sims is the man recognised for doing the big hitting. And one thing about Sim is he is that dynamic see ball, hit ball batter. He can turn the game on its head, and this is probably the ideal opportunity to have somebody like him out there at the top of the order, because they need to get this job done quickly. And Sims, because he's explosive, he's an explosive stroke player, can get them to the best of possible starts. It's a 12 top batter with 249 runs in 7 knocks. He's got a high score of 89. Last year in 3 innings he scored 98 with a high score of 41. So he's the right man for the job with both of these batters. He's on strike again. And this one is probably going to be a wide, but look at the running there. These batters, they know what they've got to do. And we've got reinforcements in now. Frankie's got his laptop open as well. Where's Alex? I thought Alex was the statistics. See, if Alex was here, Alex would have had it sorted already. Don't want to pressure Rahul, but I did say to Rahul about an hour ago, Rahul, can you work this out for me? And Rahul is still... Rahul, I'll say one thing to you. Plant-based does not work. You need to start eating the right foods, which gets the brain working. Plant food diet is not going to do it for you. It's for rabbits, it's Garrett. That's defensively played away. 11 did come off that first over. Nice late afternoon sunshine here at the moment. Coming up to 4:20 local time. That's nicely guided away. Nice flow off the bat as he leans into this to play it away. Yes, Mick Brazil, the captain, goes by looking rather anxious. He knows that this is a big innings. And what a comeback this could be for Sussex. Remember, they are the reigning champions. They got taken down yesterday, didn't they, by Kent, when they got to 161, and Kent knocked them off, mainly because of a great performance from Rajan Sharma, 89 and 51. They will take a couple here. Also, I think what's helping the course for Sussex in this match is, probably quite understandably, the Essex Eagles look a little bit down and flat. I mean, normally you'd hear Johnny G and everybody up. And there doesn't seem to be much talk there. I think they're disappointed, of course, naturally, understandably, with their batting performance. It hasn't clicked. I mean, Sanjeev hasn't been able to get going in this festival so far. Sanjeev Sood, we've said that and mentioned that he's a top performer normally in this Seniors Festival. Hasn't happened for him. So, yeah, they're a little bit down. They know that they're staring at defeat here. But the thing is, you might have told just to say, you know what, we're going to fight. We're going to fight hard, and if we can get a few wickets ourselves, who knows? But Whites are not going to help. Good take there by Johnny G. (2007). It was on this day back in 2007 that Malinga. Yep, Malinga the Slinger nearly wrecked South Africa, taking 4 wickets in 4 balls in a World Cup. And I remember this really well, actually. Let's play it away. Definitely couple. Will they go for 3? Even 3. Look at Ian go. That's excellent running from Ian Rippengall. Going to get 3. Yeah, it all started, so then 2007 at that World Cup, all started in the 45th over with South Africa 4 short of the target of 210, with 5 wickets standing. First, Malinga got Sean Pollock with a slow ball that hit leg stump. Next ball, Andrew Hall scooped a Yorker to cover, and that followed by 1 run from Chamandavasi's over. So Malinga taking 2 in 2 ball. Ooh, that's pretty close. I'll only just make it in. And then Malinga got Callis to edge behind for his hat-trick. And next ball, Yorked. And Nitini, somehow, the last pair for South Africa, managed to hang around for 11 successive scoreless deliveries before Peterson edged 4 of Malinga to squeeze the win. So, yeah, I really remember that. I thought that Malinga was going to do the business. But yeah, that happened back in 2007. That was the end of the over. And they're going pretty well at the moment, aren't they? 2 overs complete. 23 the score. Looks like Smith is going to continue. Pushed away. No run. Good running. He'll take the single. So you can see a very distinct difference between the 2 batting styles here. Whereas Ian Rippengall will stroke it around nicely. But Sims is the aggressive hitter. And Andy Pye is saying he makes it 22 overs and 3 balls. It's in the air. It's going to just drop a couple of times to the fielder. So Andy Pye. That's what Andy Pye is saying. 22 overs and 3 balls. But he's saying, yeah, Frank will know what to do them, how to do the maths. And Andy Pye is also putting in the chat, remember the calculations that the Kent-Sussex game needs to be based on a 27 over game. So thanks for that info, Andy. I think yeah, Rahul and Frank have got that. So a lot of brain power being used up here at the moment. Here we go again. Placed it away and just be a single. I did tell everybody at the start of the day this would happen, didn't I? I did say it could happen. And look, it could all be for nothing because the Essex Eagles could just find a hero in their own setup from somewhere and just somebody could come along and do a Malinga and take 4 wickets in 4 balls and everything changes. So, whereas everyone at the moment is all talking about Sussex and how quick they have to do it, it could all turn sour. Sour like sour candy, one of Lady Gaga's songs, and the reason that I mentioned that is that it is her birthday today. Born in 1986 in New York, American singer-songwriter, well-known artist, flamboyant costumes and a prerogative style and lyrics. Some of her big hits in the 21st century, such as Just Dance, Bad Romance, and Born This Way. In Rippengull, facing Hearn again. He's quite happy just to push that back. Ooh. Peaks him out there. Excellent work there from Johnny G. Never get tired of watching Johnny behind the stumps. Hello to Wayne. Saying hi to me. Hello to you. That's a good shot. That's a glorious shot. It's not going to go to the boundary, but off the back foot, they probably are going to go 3 here. Yeah, they will. I've said before, that's probably the longest boundary from from the golf end, hitting up there. It's also slightly up the slope, but he's gone on the back foot and played a wonderful shot. Takes 3 and gives Sims the strike. This over went ... 3. 2 to come. And Wayne, I'm very well. I'm looking forward to a bit of a bash tonight. Talking about bash, that's been bashed pretty nicely. Fielder's going to try and stop it and can't do anything about it at all. David Clark ने कोशिश की पर चौका लग गया बहुत बढ़िया shot मारिया. Fine cut shot, rocks back foot, cuts it beautifully. Es muy bueno, un golpe muy bueno. Es 4 carreras. Yeah, we're a bit of a bash tonight. We're going to go to the golf club here, which is very posh. So I'm going to have to smarten myself up when we're going to have an evening with Henry Blofield. And I've been told that it's going to be very entertaining. So looking forward to that. And looking forward to not just the evening and Henry, but also mingling with everyone else at the event. That'll be another single. Wayne is saying, is Vinny joining you tonight? Not tonight. Vinny will be flying in tomorrow. So he's going to miss out tonight, but I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to catch up. And in fact, Vinny did send me a message earlier saying he'll be getting in around about 4:30. It's not a direct flight for him. And yeah, I think everybody's looking forward to seeing Vinny at the venue and at the ground on the Monday. That's hit firmly. The fielder is out there, but not going to be able to stop it. Going to be 4 more runs. Este bateador es muy bueno y muy fuerte también. El movimiento es muy perfecto. Y ese golpe es estupendo. 4 más. 4 more runs. The numbers are still being crunched. One thing I will say, we're talking about Vinny. That's 4 more, by the way. No hay uno. Y ahora hay otro. En el mismo sitio. No hay uno. Hay 2. Pero no hay 2 en 3. Can they get another one here? Yeah, what I was going to say, if Vinny was here, and Vinny, if you're listening, they're working out the net run rate requirements here. I mean, Vinny's got it all set up. I bet you. Oh, I think the bails are knocked off here, but doesn't have the ball. I think if the ball was in the hands, I don't know if we get a chance to see this again from Johnny, but it's not an easy one. But I think if he had the ball, that could have been out. No chance to see it again. That's firmly struck. This time they did make subtle changements in the field by pushing Simon Hoadley a little bit wider and finer. They have been able to make the stop. And had to push another man out there to stop those boundaries. And this one is coming right in front of us. Watch your toes, everybody. That's going to be 4 runs. Another good shot, 4 more. And they're doing it with, well, minimum effort at the moment. And that's just going to be a dot this time. It's end of the over. The 50 also came up with that boundary. And that 50's come up in just 5 overs. So they're going at 10s at the moment. These conversations are still happening. I can hear some numbers, but I'm not going to guess until it's completely confirmed. Of course, Sussex are pretty keen to know what they've got to do. Oh, that's crunched. And that's going, and just going to stop short of, once again, the boundary I mentioned before, the longest part of the ground. So the news coming through is we're talking, say, 22.1, etc. But the way they're going at the moment, I think they might even do it way before that. So I think at the moment we'll just say 22. I know that the actual specifics and the exact details have been now passed on to Sussex. But the way they're going at the moment with 50 already coming off 5, I mean, they could do this quite comfortably in 15. So if that's the case, I don't think anybody's going to be asking. That's played away, shot, and fielder actually done a good bit of ground fielding this time by David Clark. Yeah, Andy Pye was saying the same in the chat. He reckons it's 22 and 3 balls, which is, I think, the more or less what we're coming up with here as well. But like I say, it might be irrelevant because I think at this rate they might even do it way before the 20 over mark. And it's guided away. Good fielding. Gets down quickly, gets down, gets sturdy for his team. Does Mike Randall. The Eagles need something to happen here, the Eagles. And gets past the first, and Sanjeev does the fielding. You can see that looking very, very down and not down and out's not the right word here for the Essex Eagles, but yeah, they're an unhappy camp at the moment. You don't really hear anybody talking. I mean, there's nobody is trying to G them up. The captain doesn't seem to be trying to get the best out of these guys, and every time there's a boundary, you can see there's heads are down and shoulders are dropped. It's not been a good day this for the Eagles. And, just didn't start well with the bat. They just kept on losing wickets at the wrong time. Didn't get the best of starts, did they? They lost a wicket. Their Bato's been key for them. Sanjeev Sood without scoring. I think he got probably the only duck of the day, actually. Sanjeev, a 6-ball duck. They only had 5 on the board after 4 overs, 5 for 1. Then they had a couple of good overs. They had over number 5 and 6. They got 9 and 10 from those. But then just as soon as it looked like they were getting going, they would then go on and lose another wicket. And that was the story of the innings. Every time it looked like they might make a recovery and they might get a partnership going, a wicket would go down. And it was only Mark Sexton, 30 or 33, that, well, helped them get past the 100, really. And then, of course, there was some self-destructions as well. Johnny Grimmer getting out wasn't a good look. So, yeah, it's just been one of those days you haven't. Remember, you could say that Sussex had that day yesterday when they lost to Kent. 6 overs and 61, so they're going at 10s. And at this rate, that obviously means that they could quite easily wrap things up before the 15 overs. Johnny looks like he's going to stand back here, as there is going to be a bowling change. Paul Fisk is going to come on to bowl. Marks up his run. Got a question coming in the chat. Somebody's saying it's Alan who's saying, what age group is this? It's the Malta Seniors Cricket Festival is what you're watching, and it's over 60s. You are each team in the playing 11 is allowed one player of 58. He's the youngster. You're allowed 2 of 59. The rest have to be over 60. But I can tell you, Alan, that in most cases, most of the players that have been on the field have been over 60. And in some cases, over 70, as our scorer, Adrian, or one of our scorers, Adrian, has just said. So, yeah, that's the age group. You're welcome, Alan. Some of the players like John Hearn, who's out there for the Essex Eagles, he's 77. So I've said earlier, I'm amazed. It's my first time doing this festival, Alan, and I can tell you that you would not, some of the performances that you see, you would not believe the ages of some of these guys. You'd think there's no way that they're, well, over 60, over 70 in some cases. So it's quite amazing that how fit and agile they are, and still playing at a very good level. It's a long way forward, can't be out really. I mean, you got to ask the question, I suppose, but the ball has to do a lot. And that's one thing that Ian does really well. You can see that he does like to play very much off the front foot, and he's always on the way forward when the ball's striking. So unless it's hitting him kind of on the full right high up on the pad, the chances are he's not going to be out. And, you can see he starts, especially now that you got the Johnny G is standing back. He starts his guard outside of his crease as well. It's not just that. The other thing is that it is a bouncy track, and Alan comes back and says impressive, and he says, "Hope I'm still playing at 77." Yeah. I hope I'm still walking at 77. Never mind about playing. This one is probably just going to slow up. And I think here's another, as we were talking about, running threes as well. So, yeah, well done. That is threes runners. Sandeep gets there, but the ball won't go to the boundary, but they run through. We've seen a lot of threes actually run today. Anyway, Rahul, I don't know if I should be congratulating you on sorting that out, or whether it was Frankie, but it was harder than you thought, right?
Mainly because the inning break is really short, and before that I was mainly focusing on getting this right.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. 4 runs, cuatro carreras. That's a delightful shot. Let's see this again on the replay. We got a replay. Is Kenneth around? There's nobody around to press the button. Where's Kenneth gone? That was a great shot. It really was. Looks like Kenneth is just sorting something out with the camera, so we can't show you the replay. But that was a delightful shot. 4 more runs, 70 up already. 70 off the 70 of the 7 overs. A huge thank you to everybody that's tuned in. We've had some really good matches today. First match was an absolute corker. That 200 chase from the Kangaroos. They never looked in it, did they? Never looked in it. But that's the beauty of cricket. That's the beauty of sport, I suppose. Even when you think a match is heading in one direction, everything can just change. And that's what I think the Eagles were probably hoping can happen here. And it can. Look, it's not over. Anything can happen. You know, I've seen teams, you know, we've seen it ourselves, even at the highest of levels, international levels, teams going along nicely, 70 for one, say, for example, and then next thing you know, it's like 100 and all out. It can happen. But the thing is, I just don't feel that belief there from the Eagles. They look deflated. It's like the Eagles have lost their wings. Just digs that one out. That sounded a little bit hollow that time from Sims. Sims moves to 45. And he's moved there quickly. Lady Gaga songs on this day, which could be quite fitting to some of the cricket that we've seen. I suppose if you say to the cricketers, how can you keep going? They'll say it's cricket, and it was born this way. That's one of the songs. It's well chased. They'll come back for definitely 2. And they're going to take 3, 1 for the throw as well. You could hear calls from the teammates. No, no arm, no arm, no arm. And I suppose the message from all these players to, again, using a Lady Gaga song title, is saying, do you think we can do it? Yeah, do what you want. You certainly can. If you feel like you want to carry on playing, you should do. Oh, that's caught an edge, I think. And it's probably going to be another 3, you know. 1 for the throw this time. I think there probably will be. Yep, there goes Ian. See, Alan, what did I tell you? They are impressive. That's another 3 run. And applause. That's what we heard there. Applause. And applause is also one of a Lady Gaga song. And maybe Poker Face, another song title, is what we're seeing at the moment from the Essex Eagles. Nice looking shot. Lovely stroke player, isn't he? Is Ian Rippengould. When he does play those strokes, he's like a maestro at work. And that's hit well. I don't think the field's going to stop this. You know, he's got a lot of power. And that's going to be 50. And a very good one as well. 52. And that's off 20. How many balls? 23? 23 balls. Really good knock. And this is exactly what I said about Sims when he went out there. This is what he can do. This is why he's known as an explosive batter. Can change the game, any match situation in an instant. And that is going to be 4 more. And on, you can see both batters having run loads of 3s. This is when Sims is saying, yeah, why am I doing this more often? Why am I running 3s when I'm going to hit the ball to the boundary? Why indeed, yes. I know we've worked some equations out, so we've kind of sussed out that if this is done by, let's say 22, I think it's probably 22.1 or something, but if this is done before then we know that Sussex will finish top. The reigning champions will bounce back after defeat yesterday. But what I think there's also a possibility, is there not, Rahul, that Kent could finish 3rd here, right? If this is, let me say that again, not Kent. Kent could finish 3rd. They're at the moment, where are Kent at the moment? 2nd, right?
At innings break, Kent were 3rd, but the way this chase is
Yeah.
on, Essex will be 3rd.
That's what I was going to say. If it's an absolute pasting, let's say they do it before 12 overs, I think we could see Essex finishing 3rd and Kent finishing 2nd. What's this? Oh dear. That sort of sums it up. That sums it up, really. Goes to the fielder. I think that was John Hearns. We mentioned him a moment ago. He throws it back at the stumps, gets past the bowler, and the batters take a single. And that's kind of sums up the mood and the match for the Eagles. And then this is going to be 4 runs, and that's Sims gets on strike because of that error. Cuatro más. Starting to see the flags there of Sussex. Well, that flag is flying high today. Remember, Sussex, they are the reigning champions. We've never had any back-to-back winners, and yesterday, remember, when they got beaten, I think a lot of people were surprised. But Sussex, they took it on the chin, and they've come back strong here. They knew they had to beat the Eagles. They had to beat them. But they knew they had to have a big win against them to play in the championship pool, to play for the big prize. We know that in dramatic fashion, the Australian Kangaroos booked their place in that championship pool. And it looks like in pretty dramatic, explosive fashion that Sussex are going to do the same. Ian Rippencourt more than happy to just stroke it around and let the big man do the hitting. Martin Sims doing what he does best, and relishing the opportunity to be out there and crunch the ball big. That's another one that's going to be 4 runs, I believe. Oh, it just slows up. Wow. That looked like it was going to be 4 all day long. And whether that caught a snail or something on the way through, it slowed down, and they'll take 2. Sims is he's putting in the yards out there, isn't he? You can see he's huffing and puffing. No is the call, and this time Hearns decides, I'm not going to throw it again and give them another single. It's going to be over. That's going to be called. 95. Only off now 9 overs. And there's no doubting that the rate that the Sussex are going at is being the most explosive that we've seen in this festival so far. I mean, they needed to go well, and they just thought, you know what, we'll just make sure, never mind about doing the calculations and saying is it 21, 22, never mind about all of that. Let's just go out there and do it in style, so there's no questions at all. Have a look at that worm, just look at the way that's going upwards and upwards all the time. Discussions now. There's the captain. I don't think it's captain. It's Fisk, who seems to be moving people around. Michael Smith, who is the captain. See where he is at the moment. But yeah, you get the feeling here that the Eagles, the sooner that they're off the field, then the better it will be for them. Discussions being made here. Looks like we are going to see a change. Is it Roper who's going to have a bowl here? Not sure who's going to. Looks like it's Roper. Roper turning his arm over. And it was Michael Smith that he was having a chat with. Smith just organising the field. So, here we go. Roper with the ball. Short. And gone. He's got a wicket. Ian Rippencourt hits the short ball. Hits it pretty well, but that's a very good catch taken. I mean, that was caught above the head of the fielder. So this a nice moment here for the Essex Eagles. They have at least picked up a wicket, and it's a good wicket to get. It was a bit of, I gotta say, it was a bit of a gundy ball there from Roper. Of course, Roper will be saying it was a great delivery. It had a little bit of everything. It came in and moved away, made the batter make the mistake, and that's why he got the wicket. But in fact, it was Gundy, and Ian was looking to put it away like he should have done, but found the hands of the fielder, and it's the catch getting taken there. Really good catch as well. Alan Wyatt is batter number 3 going out there. And I suppose Alan also will know that his role isn't necessarily, he doesn't have to try and thump it all over the place. He can just do the same thing that Ian did, stroke it around. Ian went more or less a runner ball, 26, and just kept on giving a strike whenever he could to Sims, who was blasting the ball to all parts of the ground. A really good catch as well. Who was the catcher there? Ah, Sexton took the catch. It was hit well. Mark Sexton, who I suppose he's had an all right game, wasn't he? He was the one batter who played some really nice shots when he was out there in the middle, made 30 of 33, and it's now has taken a sharp catch. All right, here's the next. That one's played away to the fielder. No run this time. Solid push back to the bowler. Bowler does well. Fields it off his own bowling. Left arm round. And it's another dot ball. Well, after all the carnage that we've seen, there's no runs of this over so far. So we've seen a wicket and 3 dots so far. And another dot. Remember I said the game can change around, but when you look at the score now, I mean, you don't feel it can be possible. But it is going to be a wicket maiden for Roper. Can you believe it? Roper gets a wicket maiden. And the score stays on 95. Well done to everybody at the ground today. A lot of hard work getting things set up this morning. And so I know that Barry Burns will be very happy with the way things have gone. Well done to the umpires that have been out there in the middle. Mike, Peter, Keith and Ian done a good job. And Kit's been here today. They're liking that, but Johnny, quick, lightning quick. We'll get a chance to see this again. I think Kenneth has got to be lightning quick to show it us again. Let's have a look. And look at this foot here. Look at the foot for the moment. Yeah, you can see the foot. Foot stays down all the time. And I thought for a moment there, did it just come up? No, but he keeps the base of the foot down. Quick work though there from Grimmer. That's why he's such a great player. Johnny Grimmer. They'll put this behind them tonight. I'm sure they will, and continue in the right spirit for the rest of the festival. Though they won't be playing in the pool, which they would have liked to. And the question is, at the moment, we don't even know if they'll be playing in the Runners-Up Cup or the Spirit Trophy. Could be, I mean, if things go the way they're going, I mean, it may be. I mean, they've got to that wicket maiden from Roper could be crucial to them at least playing in the Runners-Up Cup and not the Spirit Trophy. We'll have to wait and see. That's hit well. Chase is on. Ándale, ándale. Iba. Sí puede. Muy bien. And it does get there. And they take a couple. Sims. A couple of big boundaries here could really hurt the Essex Eagles. They've got to make sure that that doesn't happen. Let's get sliced. Doesn't get that out the middle. Sanjeev will do the fielding. Yeah, big thank you also to, of course, the scorers that we've had. I know that in the earlier game, well, I had Dave with me. Dave was replaced by Adrian. And Julie's been here as well. And thank you to Rahul. And to Kenneth. Kenneth and Rahul, of course, being one man down today because Sam's had a well-earned day off. And thank you to Garrett. They're liking it and gone. It's another wicket. The umpire puts the finger up, and that's going to be the end of Wyatt. And come on, guys, you know what we got to do, because Wyatt goes without scoring, and that means he's going to get a. And we're kind of working on a duck here, aren't we? And I think this is Yanka that's been the work. So here's the duck. And there it is on the screen. Well, we're still working on it. I mean, we got to get rid of the white background because that looks a bit village at the moment. But hey, we're working on it. Yanka's going to get it sorted. And there's the duck. So one more time. So we do have a duck. And the thing is about this is I mean, remember I was saying that if these runs were knocked off about 12 overs, then the Eagles could find themselves finishing third. I think with that wicket going, that wicket maiden from Roper, maybe they might have something to at least smile about at the end of this match. And yeah, thank you very much, Yanka, for putting my face on the duck. I do still think that it's a bit of work still to be done there. I'd like to have a cap, maybe a festival cap on with the logo. And yeah, we've got to try and do something with that background, don't we? Come on, all these technical guys that we got here, we must be able to sort that out. That's going to be Yanka's project now. We're going to say he's got some work to do, Yanka. But we got the duck in the right area this time, though, we'll say. Yeah, I was saying with thank yous here. Garrett looking after us, bringing us teas, water, Anket as well. And I wonder what Anket was doing here today. Actually, he didn't umpire. Maybe he was the tournament referee, maybe. But Barry's here. I didn't see Barry out there in the middle. I don't know. I think Anket was just on the phone and sleeping, I think. Is that right, Garrett? Anket, he was just here to have a kip today? Anket, yeah, I mean, pretty much. He was just here for the pasta, that's all. The pasta and the chat, the conversation. Thank you to our medic as well. And I forgot medic's name again. Danny the medic. Now here he is. He's saying I'm neither sleeping nor on the phone. You were on the phone. You got caught twice. We have evidence of your phone ringing, and we're going to work out what your fine is tonight because you've done it twice. So that's Ankit. No, look, joking aside, we're a great team here, and just love working with these guys. And of course, we've had Frankie here as well. And thankfully, Frankie was here to work out the net rate stuff because Rahul didn't have a chance and didn't have a clue. And Rahul will not admit it, but Rahul did not have a clue. I've never seen Rahul getting so stressed. Admit it, you were stressed. And when Rahul is quiet, I know he was stressed. But Frankie sorted it out, and also thanks to Alan and Andy Pye who sorted it out. Yeah, thank you, Andy. And I've got to say, massive thank you to all the all the supporters that we've had here as well. All the supporters. I just realised this morning when I bought coffees for everybody, I stuck the biscuits in my pocket, and here, look, there you go. Rahul, you turning down food, Rahul? Here, there you go. Julie's going to have one. Frankie, you want a biscuit? You deserved one because you worked at the net run rate, and so did Rahul out. And biscuits all around. You see, I'm giving gifts out now. Some people say I look a bit like Santa at times. And Adrian got a biscuit. Here, you can have a biscuit, Ankit. You might as well do something though. Here, eat a biscuit. Or sleep. Yeah, good day round for everyone. And yeah, big thank you to everyone that's been watching. We had a lot of spectators here today. That's fantastic. And a lot of enjoyed the cricket. Well done, of course, to Warwickshire and to the Australian Kangaroos for putting on an epic match for us, one that we will remember for a very long time. And, of course, the two teams out here in the middle as well. Not quite the epic match, but well done to, looks like, to Sussex, who have come back fighting strong after going down yesterday and would still go on to win Group B, the Ronnie Sacco group. There's a bit of an appeal from somewhere, but the umpire is not entertaining it at all. And then lastly, a huge thank you to everybody that's been involved in the YouTube chat. You guys and girls have been absolutely awesome, and with all your chat, your questions, your feedback has been wonderful. So thank you all very much. And that's played to the fielder. No run, no wicket. Just as well, because I think that was a 7-ball over, but no damage done. So I think we're at a point now where we can safely say that Sussex will finish top, and I think here that the Eagles probably have done enough to secure and hold on to second spot. Okay. Sims. It's worked away. I think it would like to come back for 2, but I think Sims is, after all the running he did out there in the middle, I think he's feeling it now. And saying, no, let's just stick to the single. We're gonna achieve what we had to do. I can see some of the other players here doing training. I know that I saw Priyam here earlier, Pushpajan, a very good cricketer here in Malta, Priyam Pushpajan, and probably out here with some of his boys doing a bit of training. I suppose their season is about to start, or maybe there's some tournaments coming up. So nice to see some of the younger players appreciating what the older players are doing. It's going to get past, and it's going, and, well, if it doesn't go, they're going to run 4, I can tell you that. Well, they should. They might think about it. And I think Martin seems to say, Rico, give me a break. 3 will do, and even that at a push. Oh, look at him there. Danny, you got any oxygen, Danny? Yes, of course I have. And Danny says, yes, of course I have. Well, Martin might need it. And, well... Oh, Martin कह रहे हैं मेरी तो बस होगी I mean तू ना अंदर नटना Butt ke maar, chokke maar, chakke maar, man in natna. Well, he's having to run again. Come on. Martin comes back for 2. He said, I've had enough of this running. And almost home there now. So the Nelson on the board. Let's see if the Nelson does the Essex Eagles any favours. Kevin also book. It's gonna be 4 runs, isn't it? So the Nelson does not do any favours for the Eagles. That 4 takes it to 115. So just a couple required to finish things off. And Sussex. And they probably didn't think that this was gonna perhaps be a possibility this morning when they came to the ground, but Sussex, after going down to Kent yesterday, will leapfrog Kent, leapfrog the Eagles, and though they will finish on the same number of points, so I don't know if that's happened before at the festival. We've had 3 teams in the group all on the same number of points, but net run rate, now remember that net run rate is the decider. So all those times I was saying keep an eye on the net run rate, And one thing I remember yesterday when Kent chased that 161, they did it with 4 overs to go, but I remember that they weren't ruthless, were they? They could have done it quicker. And I said at the time, they don't want to drag this on too long. You want to get the job done because the net run rate could be key. They will be looking back at that and saying, yeah, well, now we know. Well, maybe they did know, but they weren't able to do it. They could have done it quicker. So they will, well, at the moment, I feel that Kent, that's 12 overs complete. Well, we'll have to really, I don't know, I mean, we'll have to look at it properly at the end. It all depends what happens here. Well, that's going to be a wide. That will tie the scores. Ooh, I still think, I don't think I'm prepared to say that Kent is going to finish 3rd and Essex Eagles will finish 2nd. I think I'd rather let Frankie work it out. I was going to say Rahul, but then I thought, no, Frankie will work it out. And then we know for sure it's going to be close, And that will be the winning runs. So Sussex, one thing we do know for sure is that Sussex, as Sims drops to the ground, Martin Sims, after a mammoth effort from him. And he'll finish on 74. What a knock from him. Remember, we saw that knock from Rajan Sharma against Sussex when he got 89. But Sims, he's done it, and of just 30, I think I was told 34 balls, is that right? 36 deliveries. 36 balls. It's a great knock. So Sussex, the reigning champions, after they looked in trouble yesterday, they're all smiles here today on this Saturday because they've got the win, and they've got the win in the style that they wanted. They have totally thrashed the Essex Eagles, and the Eagles now will have to wait and see how the numbers look in terms of where they play next. Of course, they'll be disappointed that it won't be in the top championship pool, but it'll either be the Runners' Cup or the Spirit Trophy, and I think once again you're going to have a good look at that. Essex Eagles will finish 2nd. Rahul is saying so. I'll take Rahul's word for that. So the Eagles will finish 2nd. So that means that Kent, even though they got a very impressive victory over Sussex yesterday, will finish on the 3rd spot and play in the Spirit Trophy. It's a funny old game, isn't it? It's a funny old game. Let's see the teams applauded, and all the applause, of course, goes to that man, Sims. Wonderfully well done, Martin Sims. And he gets plenty of pats on the back. Really good. But yeah, I mean, just think, Sussex came here this morning in third spot in the group. The Essex Eagles were top. Kent was second. And it's all turned round. It's all gone topsy-turvy. Sussex finished top now on net run rate. And the Essex Eagles will finish second. And that means Kent will finish third in the group. And what a day of cricket we've had. Glorious day, exciting day. And very exciting and entertaining cricket. I suppose match number 7 will go down in the history of the festival as one of the best that we've seen, when we saw an incredible run chase from the Kangaroos. They never looked in it, especially at the halfway point, needing 200. There are, if memory serves me right, something like 69. And then all of a sudden, the batters just broke loose and they got what was a sensational victory. So I know that they are probably still celebrating. And then in this match, we needed something spectacular for Sussex to finish top of the Ronnie Sacco Group B, and they pulled it off. They contained the Eagles to that low score, and then they went out there and knocked them off in style. So 2 very different types of matches, but 2 very entertaining ones, say the least. And that also means that we get a bit of an early finish here as well. So it's time for us to start to pack up. It's time for us to say our thank yous. It's time for us to go mingle and enjoy the wonderful atmosphere of this festival of cricket in this Seniors Cricket Festival. It's been a wonderful day of cricket. Looking forward to the action tomorrow as well. Remember, tomorrow we still got the group matters to sort out, haven't we, in day 5. The first match, which also is going to be a very exciting match, Norfolk and Suffolk will take on Canada Masters. So again, same thing there. Who's going to finish in the championship pool, and where are the other teams going to finish as well? I'm Rico Full here, and I want to thank you all for watching around the globe, wherever you have tuned in from, and looking forward to joining you tomorrow, once again, local time at 9:30 in the morning. But until then, as I always like to say, be good, be kind, be safe, be happy. Shukriya, thank you for watching. Hasta mañana, mi familia. Ciao, adios.